Hello students, I hope you all are fine. So today I am going to start with the geography chapter, that is a population composition. Okay, now let's go through the points. Now, people of any country are diverse in respect. Each people is unique in his or her way. People can be distinguished by their age, sex, and their place of residence. Okay. Now, some of the other distinguishing attributes of the population are occupation, education, and life expectancy. So, these are the attributes of the population. The basic attributes I have told above, and these are the other attributes of a population. Okay. Now, it comes a term sex composition. Now, what is it? Let's see. The number of women and men in a country are important demographic characteristics. What is demographic? It's a population characteristics. Okay. Now, the ratio between the number of women and men in the population is the sex ratio. So, the ratio between the women and the men in the population is known as the sex ratio. Okay. Now, there are formulas like male population divided by female population into 1000. Now, it is said that the number of males per 1000 females. And in India, the sex ratio is written or worked out in the formula like female population divided by male population into 1000, like, or the number of females per 1000 male. So it is basically worked out in India, and in other countries it is male population divided by female population into 1000. Okay. So this was the term sex composition. Now, the sex ratio is an important information about the status of women in a country. So status of women is known from this sex ratio or sex composition. In a region where gender discrimination is very much rampant, the sex ratio is bound to be unfavorable for women. Such areas such as in the practice of female forticides, female infanticides, domestic violence against the women are very much prevalent in this time. And other of the reasons can be of lower socio-economic status of the women in these areas. So women are suffering from all these domestic issues and violences. So from this sex ratio we get the ratio of the females and their status. Okay. Now, you must remember that women are in the population does not means they have a better status. Okay, the more women in a population does not means that women are having better status. If it could be that men might have migrated to other areas of employment, so it might be that men has migrated to other areas for employment, so the women population is looking a huge. Okay. Now, natural disadvantage versus social disadvantage. Now, females have a biological advantage over males as they tend to be more resilient than males, yet this advantage is cancelled out by the social disadvantages and discriminations that they face. So, females are more resilient than male, but they have a social disadvantages, and the social disadvantages are cancelling or discriminating their natural advantage. Okay. So this was the top point where goes the female discrimination. Now comes the countries. I will give you some examples of the countries which are having high or low sex ratio. Now see, on an average the world population reflects a sex ratio of 990 female per 1000 male. Okay, on an average. The highest sex ratio in the world has been recorded in Latvia, which is 1187 per 1000 male. So its highest is in Latvia. Okay. In contrast, the lower sex ratio occurs in UAE, which is 468 female per 1000 males. Okay. So lower sex ratio is in UAE. So you have to know the terms, you have to know the sex ratios on a definite because these are important for the board exam. Then comes The world pattern of sex ratio does not exhibit the variation in the developed regions of the world. So it does not shows the variation in the developed regions. Okay, the sex ratio is favorable for women in 139 countries, and it's unfavorable for women in remaining 72 countries. Okay, and listed by the United Nations. So it is being listed by the United Nations. In Asia, in generally, Asia has a low sex ratio, and countries like China, India, Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, Afghanistan have lower sex ratios. Okay, and on other extreme is a greater part Europe, including Russia, where the male are the minority. So in the Europe or in including Russia, the male are the minorities. Okay, a deficit of males in the population of many European countries is attributed to better status of women. So where there is a deficiency of males, there is a better status of the women. Okay, and an excessively male dominated out migration to different parts of the world in the past. So male has been out migrated and females are living, and so they are having a better status than the males. Okay, so this was the examples on the basis of the sex ratio of the country. So you have to remember this. Now comes a topic, that is the age structure. Now what is the age structure? Now age structure represents the number of people of different age groups. So it determines the number or shows the number of people of different age group. Okay, it is an important indicator of population composition, since a large size of the population, that is the age group of 15 to 59 indicates a large working population. So 15 to 59 indicates large working population, and a greater proportion of population above 60 represents aging population, which requires more expenditure on healthcare facilities. So above 60 years ages people are representing as the aging population, and it requires more expenditure on the healthcare facilities. Okay. Now similarly, higher proportion of young population would mean that the region is a high birth rate and the population is youthful. So if the population, if the age sex structure shows a higher birth rate, or you can mean that it is having a high birth rate, that is the population is, it is determining the population is youthful. Okay. Now if the population shows that it has no means expanding population, it is basically decreasing or declining in nature, that is the aging population. Okay, so the aging population has a disadvantage that it requires more medical facilities, and it is basically a non-productive population, you can say, because it does not bring any productivity to the country. So I will describe you a term, that is the aging population. Now what is aging population? Population aging is a process where the share of the older proportion becomes proportionately larger. Okay, the older older age group becomes proportionately larger. This is a new phenomena of 20th centuries. So in the most of the developed countries of the world, population in higher age group has increased due to increasing life expectancy. So population has increased due to increased life expectancy. With a reduction in the birth rate, the proportion of the children has been declined. So with the reduction in the birth rate, the proportion of children has been declined. So this is the term, that is the aging population. Okay. So in the next class, I will describe the different categories of age sex pyramid, and I hope you have understood the concept of the sex ratio, age sex structure, the examples, and the aging populations. Okay, so thank you, students.